Hey Team Peak, I wanted to give you guys a really quick mobility sequence that you can do at home, something to combat all of the sitting that you're probably doing. So whether you're sitting at your desk doing work or sitting watching Netflix all day, whatever you're doing, I want to make sure that we're targeting all the areas that tend to get really tight. So we're looking at hips, low back, chest, and then through the upper back. So really quick sequence that we can run through with 4 different stretches here to just help you feel a little bit better about all that sitting you've been doing. So the first one we're going to do is to target the upper back, also called the thoracic spine or the T-spine. So we're going to take that foam roller, rest it just below the shoulder blades. You're going to think about a little bit of a deep core engagement, give yourself a big hug, and then lift your bum up. So what I want you to do is focus on letting each vertebrae roll and relax over that foam roller as you're rolling up and down. So you want to go slow. What I see often is people roll really quick with a rounded back, and they're not actually getting any kind of therapeutic benefit out of that. So you want you to think lift, relax the back over the foam roller, and think about just letting it melt. If you need to, put your hands behind your head for a little bit of support. The arms can also help pull you into that extension just a little bit further. Make sure that you're not flaring open in the ribs or sagging in the low back. I want a little bit of a tuck of the tailbone, ribs stay connected, so we're actually getting the movement from the upper back. So you're going to take about 1 to 2 minutes to roll your upper back. Then we're going to get into some of the musculature through the side of the shoulder here. So in our forward posture of sitting, we tend to get really tight through the lats and through the rotator cuff. So this is a really good way to use the foam roller as a tool for self-massage or self-fascial release, as we call it, to get rid of some of the knots and the tightness in there. So we're going to go onto your side. I want you to get just on top, on that side of the shoulder blade, like on top of the shoulder blade here. You're going to use your other arm to pull your elbow up to really expose all of the muscles in there, and then your foot can go here to help roll you up and down. So we're going to go nice and slow. We're going to roll forward and back. Now, this hurts pretty bad the first couple of times you do it. So what you need to do is breathe through it and focus on relaxing as much as possible. Going quickly or jumping over the areas of pain isn't really going to help anything. So just focusing on breathing, relaxing, and letting the muscle melt over the foam roller as much as possible. I promise you it will get better. It just feels very bad to begin with. So forward and back, lightly up and down, just inch by inch, just hitting all the sore spots. So we're going to do about 1 to 2 minutes per side for that one as well. Then we're going to go into a nice stretch to the chest. So we're going to get you to lay lengthwise on the foam roller. Again, make sure you're not flaring your ribs stay connected down. We're going to go into cactus arms, so just letting the arms even just hanging out here and letting that chest open up is going to feel really nice. If you want to invite in some movement, then you can go up into a Y, just full range of motion through that shoulder, and then coming back into that W. So again, breathing, taking about 1 to 2 minutes just to let things open up and relax as much as possible. If the W position is a little too intense, you can just even put your hands out to your side so there's a little bit of support from the floor. But ideally, we're going to try to get here to get full stretch open. And then last but not least, to get into the lower back, we're going to take the foam roller and place it underneath the sacrum. So I don't want it to be on your lower back, I want it to be below your lower back. Then your feet are going to go wide, with knees staying wide as well. Again, ribs connect down, so we're not flaring up. And then we're going to let the knees drop side to side. So we're inviting in some internal rotation on one hip, some external rotation on the other. We're letting the hip flexor stretch open, the TFL, getting some movement through the lower back. When we're sitting for a long time, our hips get really short and really tight, which can also pull in our lower back and give us some issues. So we want to make sure, as much as we want to stretch out the lower back, you also want to stretch out the hip flexors as well. So you can take about 2 to 3 minutes here, just letting things relax. You should start feeling some more range of motion come in as you breathe through the stretch and relax a little bit further. So that shouldn't really take you more than, I'd say, 5 to 10 minutes. Not a lot of time, just to help your body feel a little bit better. I know it's all about working out and sweating and having fun, but we also want to make sure that we're inviting some different movement into the body that's really nourishing and really makes us feel good mentally and physically as well. And if there is a day you don't want to work out, then use it as a mobility day. That's an okay thing to do too. It's equally as productive. So yeah, let me know how it goes. If you have any questions or any comments, give me some feedback. Let me know how the stretch goes. And I hope you guys have a great day. Stay healthy, stay home, stay mentally well. And I'll post some more videos soon, guys. Have a good day. See ya.